It's Friday Night Football. Your first and goal coverage with Joel Villanueva is supported by McDonald's Valley Wine.
Hey, what's up, sports fans? The excitement going up an extra notch this week for the third round of the state high school football playoffs. Now, it's no secret this round has historically been tough for Valley teams to get past. However, Valley teams have had some success. As a matter of fact, 6 years ago here at Buck Stadium in Corpus Christi, we saw Harlingen knock off Warren to punch their fourth-round ticket. Tonight, Harlingen's biggest rival, San Benito, trying to follow in the Cardinals' footsteps. San Benito with a fantastic football team this season. The Greyhounds undefeated so far. Could they punch their fourth-round ticket? San Benito facing a tough squad from San Antonio in O'Connor. Let's roll the highlights, and one thing we love seeing at Channel 5 is the Valley coming up big time in the postseason to show up for these games. Today we saw several hundreds fans, perhaps thousands show up for this game, and it was a quick start for San Benito. That's Tyrone Harper on the opening drive who gets the touchdown, and San Benito on top 7-0. However, O'Connor quick to strike back. That's their quarterback, Roel Sanchez. As a matter of fact, his father played for San Benito back in the day. San Benito falls behind 21-7 in the second quarter. Reta using those legs. We have seen this so many times this season. Big first down for San Benito. A penalty would push back San Benito. However, hey, the Greyhounds say, we're going to give it back to Reta. There he goes. And the quarterback scrambling to find the end zone. And San Benito now trailing this ball game 21-14. Late in the second quarter, Hounds down 2 scores again. On a 4th and 5, Reta finds the big guy, Avelino Garcia, who dives in for the touchdown. At the half, San Benito was trailing 28-21. In the third quarter now, after giving up a touchdown, the Hounds get one back here. Harper rolls into the end zone, and no question tonight, San Benito playing valiantly in this one. However, it was not to be. O'Connor gets the win, 52-43, and that is San Benito's first loss of the season as their run comes to an end here at Buck Stadium in Corpus Christi. Now, aside from this game, we were covering 2 other games tonight across South Texas. The other game not too far from here at Buck Stadium. It was going on at Gregory Portland High School, and that's where my partner in crime tonight, Brandon Ortega, was there for that game. Brandon, Edinburgh Vela with their hands full facing a very talented Austin Westlake team.
Very talented team, a tall task for any team, not only in the Valley, but the state taking on an Austin Westlake. You're talking about an undefeated team averaging 55 points so far in the playoffs, and they went to the regional finals a year ago, had some great talent come back. So with all that said, Vela very excited for tonight's challenge. Joel, let's take a look at the highlights. The SaberCats lined up in their pregame, ready to go. And what an atmosphere we had here. Wisconsin commit Austin Westlake's Nakia Watson, the guy to stop for Vela, and he got the ball early on. First quarter, Watson punching it in from a yard out, and that got the Chaps on the board first, 7-0. And then after a Vela 3-and-out, Westlake back in the red zone. This time, though, Daniel Enriquez coming up with the stop. Big loss there for the Chaps. That brings up a 3rd and goal, but on the next play, Taylor Henderson to Jake Ramos. Westlake goes up 14-0. So the SaberCats desperate for some offensive spark at this point. Ensuing possession, Nathan Garcia bombing away to Nico Rodriguez, picks up a first down. That gave the Cats a little hope, but they came up empty on that drive, and then on the following play, or following drive, I should say, Chaparrals with another score. They took a big lead and never looked back. Vela scored some late in the first half, but not nearly enough. Final score, 70-14. Joel, Vela, second time in school history making it this far, so the SaberCats certainly happy to get that far. A lot to learn from tonight in this loss. Westlake, as we talked about, one of the best teams in the state.
Yeah, thank you for that, Bede. So Vela going down tonight, San Benito also losing. One of the Valley's perennial playoff contenders has been West Loco East. They were back in the third round for the third time in 4 years. They were playing inside the Alamo Dome tonight. Now, the last time a Valley team won there was back in 2012 when Edinburgh North beat Eagle Pass. Could the Wildcats pick up a win inside the Dome against a tough Cibolo Steel team? For the update on that one, we sent things to Channel 5's Ruben Juarez. Ruben?
The Wildcats were banged up with injuries all year long, yet somehow they're back in the third round for a second straight year. Wesco East taking on Cibolo Steel for the second straight year once again. Last year's game was all Cibolo Steel, with the Knights winning 56-0. Could the Wildcats put up a better challenge this time around? Let's go ahead and take a look at the highlights. East amped up for tonight's game at the Alamo Dome. But a rough start for the Wildcats, already down 8-0 in the first quarter. Richard Lefevre's pass is picked off by Chase Cromartie. He stays inbounds and stays on his feet. See you later. Cibolo Steel up 22-0 after the first quarter. Cats looking to claw back. J.C. Vargas finds a hole and he breaks away. The Knights finally drag him down inside the Steel 30. Moments later, the senior gets the toss. Vargas gets to the edge and spins in for the score. Wildcats get on the board 22-6 at this point. But just like last year, Steel's offense too much to handle for East. Steel up 36-6 at the half. Richard Lefevre with a pair of second-half touchdowns for the Wildcats, but in the end, it's Cibolo Steel that goes on to win 36-21. East digging itself in an early hole due to a pair of interceptions that led to Steel points. One guy we do want to point out for the Wildcats is linebacker Freddie Cardenas, who was all over the field for East. He had tackles and sacks, but in the end, Wesco East coming up just a bit short tonight as they fall 36-21. That's the story from the Alamo Dome. Let's send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, Ruben. So tonight, a rough night for Valley teams. We go 0-3. However, we do have one last Valley hope. Tomorrow, Los Fresnos set to face the defending state champion, Lake Travis. Brennan and myself will talk about the Falcons game coming up later in the newscast. For now, that's a look at sports, and we'll be right back after this.